as a smile comes over my face, Matty, and potentially yours, as I think, Matty, we're going to end 2023 in a place that we did not expect to end, with me as a Reg fan and you as a Phil Brooks fan, as the news has been breaking today through various sources, which we'll get into, that CM Punk is in talks for a WWE return. The potential Punk return to the company, it was addressed by Dave Meltzer, the Wrestle Observer newsletter, as the FOW site posits here. There's been talk, obviously, of him returning. Obviously, left in 2014, as we well know. And the quote from Dave is regarding Punk. There's obviously tons of talk regarding him returning. There have been rumors that it's happening, but those in the WWE have said that no deal is completed, and those close to Punk have told us that it is his intention to return, and the two sides are in talks. That was followed up today by bodyslam.net, who in this case it's Corey Brennan, completely a neutral source, not the usual CM Punk house organs that you might get on some of these websites. CM Punk apparently is reportedly a safe bet for a WWE return at Survivor Series in November. So yeah, it's been reported via House of Wrestling, the Body Slam have gotten this, that one source has said to them directly, CM Punk is a safe bet for Survivor Series 2023, which will take place in Chicago. Steph was the wisest among us. Got a flights booked a little while ago at this point, as far as getting organised and ready for him to come in. If I'm honest, I've heard certain things, as I've probably told you at one point, Matty, a couple of weeks ago, that maybe Punk might have been talking to some people in WWE. I've been trying not to. I'm not reporting that. That's not news. I'm not a newsbreaker. I haven't double sourced it. Just somebody I trust told me that CM Punk might have been at somebody's house a few weeks ago. So yeah, doesn't massively surprise me, Matty, but does it surprise you? We're back. Phil Brooks in WWE. He's punk rock, and these punk rock guys, they never go back on the words. They're always, punk rock to the end. No.
When money talks, Benno, I mean, come on, he'd be getting a handsomely paid for this. And the stars have aligned, haven't they? Survivor in Chicago, as you've just said there, it just felt perfect for me, and for him. It felt so perfect. And that's the thing I've seen today on Twitter as well, that phrase, that safe bet. So because when you first see these, well, I don't know about you, but with me, I just take it as and just think no. But then when you looked into it more, it's like, I think it's definitely going to happen, and I can't wait for it. Cannot wait. Just for your face, really, to be honest with you, and see how you react.
Yeah, I think it. I think it was always guaranteed. Like, I think, and it's whether is it good that CM Punk is this much of a hypocrite? Is it good that punk rock Phil is going to go back on his word? Like, I think there's a few elements here that are going to make it awkward. The Vince McMahon stuff's going to make it awkward.
Come on, Ben.
Triple H stuff's going to make it awkward. I think the biggest thing, Saudi, I'd love to be a fly on the wall and find out what happens there, with whether he, is willing to go and do those shows after being very vocal as well. But you've hit the nail on the head there, Matty. He is a wrestler after all. And at the end of the day, like me, as a CM Punk fan, where would I rather see CM Punk? AEW 100%. I think it fits the way CM Punk carries himself, the way he wrestles, his promo style, all of those things. CM Punk is better off in WWE. 100% in AEW, sorry. Won't get any argument from me there. Like, that's 100% the case. However, that ship has sailed. He's fucked it up. And if I want to see CM Punk wrestle again at a high level, probably was never going to be Impact Wrestling. Probably was never going to go and do a G1. It was always going to be this. So it kind of, as a Punk fan, gives me that. And more importantly, I get to see the mess that's happening, Matty, because that was part of the fun. As much as we gave him grief over the last few months or so, we fucking loved it, didn't we? Every little news story that come out from, your houses of wrestling type sites and your bodyslam.net type sites, from the Punk side, from the Punk camp, and then the back and forth, and then the fights, and everything really. That was party entertainment, wasn't it? The off-screen thing. So we get our cake and we get to eat it too. We get to see CM Punk come back and wrestle, and we also get to see whatever the fuck he does backstage at WWE. And chances are, will he make it to WrestleMania? Let's find out.
No, he will.
Does he get into a brawl backstage with the Miz or Triple H himself or any of his other enemies? Seth Rollins, I'm sure, is crying into his into his pillow tonight over the idea that Punk's going to come and probably take his title off him. I want to see it all. I want to see all. I want to see all the good stuff on screen. I want to see all the good stuff in the newspapers and in the newsletters, Matty.
That's the one. Like, I think he'll be on his best. It's typical Punk. He'll be on his best behavior for the fit. If he comes in Survivor Series, he will make Mania because he'll be on his best behavior. But once he gets that main event slot at Mania, the months after that, yeah, it's going to explode. But as you say, that's part of the entertainment. That's what you get with him. But I hope he can just, just behave himself, man, just for as long as possible.
Can he?
No, he can't.
He literally can't.
But I always say as well, he was putting them feelers in. That story where he was backstage at that Raw, where he made up with Triple H, he made up with The Miz, he's a smart fella as well. So, it's, as you say, it's the whole package with him, and it will explode at some point. But I think he will get it. He will get to Mania on his best behavior. I think he will.
Where do you stand with me on the so this is House of Wrestling wrote the original story to deserve the credit. Absolutely include that here. Where do you stand with me, Matty, then on the I don't know. Has this been the plan for Punk all along? Because it's really starting to fall in place like that is it. Like I think Rover did a joke to you today about when Punk was backstage at that Raw, as you mentioned, a little while ago in Chicago. Probably a little wink nudge to Hunter where we can't sign you until your AEW deal is up. We can't possibly talk. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Meanwhile, Punk, as Robert said, shadowboxing in the corner, making a rip it up contract motion, drawing WWE in the air. The plan was probably hatched then, because I honestly think we're gonna go back and we're gonna do a deep cut one day of CM Punk and AEW. And like this last run, every week there was something, wasn't there? Every week there was some fucking passive aggressive line in a promo, or he'd say something stupid after we went off the air, or he'd say something stupid on an Instagram post, or he'd start a fight, which he did here. Like, I honestly think kind of had this emotion. He either didn't give a fuck and was like, well, if they fire me, I reckon WWE would be interested, or maybe the conspiracy theorist in me makes me think, he maybe decided when he came back, they don't want me here anyway. I'm never going to when the Bucks and Hangman re-signed, he was probably like, they're never going away.
That was a nail in the coffin. Definitely.
I'm going to have me fun. I'm going to get myself out of here. And you know what I'm going to do? Have a fight with the Jungle Boy backstage at Wembley. Like, I don't rule that out as a possibility here, because the fact that he's a free agent and he's going to be able to walk in scot-free to the Survivor Series in Chicago is almost too perfect.
It is. I said the stars have aligned, and it's just a shame we're probably never gonna ever find out about all what's gone on since Brawl Out properly, are we? It's like the Cody why he left. We're never ever gonna properly find out. We're reading between the lines. But like, is it the better? What is it? The phrase? Better the devil he knows in WWE than the one he didn't know in AEW. Is that what it is? Because he thought, I'll go with all these new wrestlers. He found out they were gobshite in his mind. So he's going to crawl back to being mates with getting along with the Miz and the types because he knows what he's going to get with them. Maybe, I don't know. But as you say, and what I said before, it's going to be interesting regardless, and there'll be new stories, good, bad, or ugly, every day again, because that's all we get with him, isn't it? Everyone wants to know what he's doing, every footstep.
Constantly like this, and that's as the chat are kind of saying here, Roman pins him at Mania. I look forward to the argument between me and you as Andy posits here, whether he should the Cody story's out the window. No more caping for Cody, Matty. It's dead now. I don't care.
The Rock's in the mix. How many matches can we? It's going to be absolutely wild. I think Punk gets his main event though on night one. I think he does. He fights Seth or something like that.
Probably.
I think it will.
One, Punk Rock Phil will be like, pay me as much as you can. And two, he'll be like, I'd also want a main event at Romania. I could absolutely picture.
But he can do it now with the two nights. He definitely can. He can tick that box for sure. But I don't think he'll do Roman at Mania. No, I don't think that's. I think he'll beat Seth, someone like that. Well, we'll see. I know Seth will hate that. He'll fucking hate that, Seth.
As Ewan says here, Cody can finish the story with Seth's world title now. Here we go. So don't care anymore. No, it's one of them. Like on again, if you'd have paid me money to watch a Monday Night Raw, I think you might have struggled over the past couple of years. If he's on Raw, I'm probably going to watch, aren't I? Am I going to turn into you, Matt? Am I going to be like
Cody and
defending
CM Punk on the
WWE?
same show, Benno. You'll be staying up every Monday
Oh,
night, full three
we had
hours.
it once. You know, we could have had it. That was the dream world. We could have had it over in AEW, but now it's going to happen at WWE. But yeah, that's going to be the interesting thing. I think I don't even debate it anymore. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, when I found out, whose house Punk was in, it was like, well, yeah, he's going, isn't he? And as long as they don't fuck it up, as long as he
It's a
doesn't fuck
great
it up for
story, that, by
himself,
the way. I've got to say that. It's a great story.
it's coming. It's absolutely coming. And he's going to be there. And it's how long it lasts, how they use him, how he wants to be. And again, I've got to reiterate, I know you're the WWE guy, Matt, but Punk in the WWE system doesn't hugely excite me. Punk's promos, Punk's matches, I think are always going to be a little bit different within that WWE umbrella. Or maybe they're not. Maybe he's got
He's
enough
smart
power
enough
now.
though, Benno. I mean,
Mm,
when it was ultra PG, you know what I mean? When it was actually like aimed at proper kids with him and Jeff Hardy, he toed the line with his promos, and he's a smart man. He knows how to deliver on the mic, doesn't he? He is one of the best promos of all time. So he'll definitely like blur the lines and toe the line. He'd be fine promo wise. It's just the matches wise where he's obviously can't blade every match and he can't do all that. So that's the
Imagine he
only
turns up to Raw with like his Bret Hart tribute gear, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna do a Bret Hart 1, 2, 3 Kid reenacted here. Is that okay? Like, no,
He'll
obviously
have a
not.
filter in WWE this time. He won't just be able to do what the fuck he wants.
Doing this
To a
exactly. It
degree.
sounds terrible.
To a degree.
To a degree, but we'll see where it lands. But here we are. Never thought this day would be back again. But I'm looking. We'll see what the flights are like to get me to Chicago in November. Never mind. I'm binned up. The idea you're all excited about Vegas next year, as was I. Chicago in November. That's where I want to be.
Well,
That's my.
that just typifies it all, Benno. If you go to Survivor Series ahead of full gear, it's game over, mate. It's done. The game's done. Checkmate. It's all over.